just at the mouth of the river Allt Cam Carach, if that's pronounced correctly, near Araseg. Yeah, right at the mouth of it here. So basically, that's the sea, or the sound of sleet, I think it's called, which is a narrow sound in Scotland. Just round here is upstream into essentially where it turns into a proper river, but I'm fishing the very sea bit of the river, so it's like a mini estuary. It's not very wide at all. Here it's about 30-40 feet. Lots of seaweed, so it's clearly very salty water, so I'm not expecting really any freshwater species. It's lowish tide, but through the middle the current is obviously keeping it, I don't know, about 6 or 7 feet deep, so a bit deeper than the seawater I've been fishing recently. Very, very beautiful. There's lapwings making a strange sound in the background sometimes, and oyster catchers, and lots of exciting, unusual birds. So yeah, I'll show you the tackle I've got set up. Hold on. So I'm fishing with my travel rod again, that NGT profiler, 6 foot, a little Shimano reel. Sorry, I'm being quite quiet because there's people camping quite nearby. I don't want to disturb their lunch. Then on the end, very simple, just a clip to a small Meps Aglia spinner. Quite a few years old. Meps Aglia 1, so the smallest size, or one of the smallest sizes. Thought I'd just pull that through the estuary here, see if it attracts anything. Yeah, it's interesting looking here. The water's very, very clear. People have told me there's not a lot of chance of catching. Actually, I'm just going to swivel the camera because there's a lovely scene up here. No, I'm not. Hold on. There you go. That's what I was trying to film. So, lovely little rowing boat up there. Mountains in the background. That's all upstream. And just fishing from by these rocks. Good underwater. Also very good at collecting seaweed. These Meps Aglia 1s are incredibly light. I've got thick braid on, so this is not going to cast very far. Try my best. Halfway. Exciting. No, there's some seaweed. Wow, that was really stuck to that bladder wrap. Yeah, skylarks in the background. Gorgeous. Always sounds like a very sunny day, spring or summer. I'll carry on with this map cycler for a bit. It's very light, so it's a bit frustrating. It's only getting halfway across this stretch of water. I might have to switch to something a bit heavier. Let's see. Mr. Crabby. Hi. He's dead, by the way. It's not a shell, it's actually just a dead crab. There's actually tons here of mostly shells, discarded shells. I think the water's pretty healthy. Okay, I've ramped it up to a much heavier lure now. Really old school. Oh, you see it? On decks spoon number 5. Gold and stripy. When did I buy these? Probably about 35 years ago. But yeah, a bit heavier, so better to cast further distances. And super attractive, the gold flashiness. So yeah, let's see. Some seaweed. No, it looks really good coming through the water actually. Spins really well. In fact, that last map cycler had stopped spinning for some reason. Perhaps it's got a bit rusty. Just standing on a very seaweedy rock that might get cut off soon. The tide is slowly moving in, but it does give me access to this deeper water out here, about 10 feet or so. Back here, just have to keep an eye on if that bit of sand disappears. Alright, come around. Good boy. Apologies if you're seeing a video of my dog's arse. I have limited control over him. Just letting that on deck spoon sink a little, get as deep as possible. Wow, the water's so clear here still. All around this bit of the coast it's crystal clear. And just steadily retrieving that spoon. Just taking it through a few little, not through, past a few patches of, Murray, you're in the way of the camera, darling. Good boy. Patches of seaweed. See if there's any fish hiding in there that might fancy a bite of that lure. Oh, what was that? No, just hit a rock. Yeah, there's a little knot, but probably be bashing a rock or something. Murray, you're at the end of the lead. Murray, here, come this way. Good boy. Good boy. Come round. Come Murray, that's not a good video. Come round. Oh my gosh. Just move your bottom a bit. There we go, good boy. Stay there. Probably got about 5 minutes before I'm cut off, so a couple more casts. Keep watching because you may see me get stranded on a rock. Oh, this gold spoon looks absolutely great spinning through this water. Yeah, I know, Murray. I think Murray senses the sea's coming in and we need to go back. Ow! Murray, okay, hold on a sec. Just one more cast. Okay, I'll move round and onto higher ground. Very sensible, Murray. Very sensible. Just spotted a heron fishing at the edge of the water there. So herons do fish by the sea, not just by freshwater. He or she is there at the end of my tip of my finger. Wading out. It's got to be a good sign, hasn't it? I mean, he's going to be catching tiny fish, but still. Right, I'm just going to head round this bit of the beach. I'm away from, I didn't get stranded, you'll be glad to hear. Had to wade a little bit, but just going to find a different place to access some fishing water. Just having to leave this spot because Murray's been barking at this little boat here. He just did a, well, you can hear him buffing, but he just did the loudest bark ever that echoed around the valley. So I'm going to move so you can't see this very scary little boat. Okay, I've just come up onto these rocks now, and it's given me access to water that, while very, very clear, is, given the tides come in, that's like about 15-20 feet deep now. It's quite nice. So I'll just get to the end of these rocks and set up there. Hi! I've sat down here on the rocks just because I'm just at the edge and I don't fancy falling in. Still got that on-deck spoon on. That's good. From here I can get almost across that stretch of water now. It's nice and deep here. So clear out. I mean, if anything was going to take, I would see the fish come out and take the lure. Not going to be a surprise. Yeah, so it's still that on deck's number 5. Sorry, I get out of the way of the camera a bit more. I know where this needs, you always do that. Turn the camera. Just let it sink, try and get down to half depth or even 3/4. Just slowly retrieve it. For a little reel, this has got quite a fast retrieval rate. I have got a bit of seaweed again. Joys of sea fishing. Skylark's still going for it. Close to the edge of the seaweed when I retrieve as possible, a bit like fishing, I guess, a river or a canal with a lure. For a pike, you'd sometimes expect a follow or a take to happen just before you take the lure out of the water. Don't know why, it just happens that way sometimes. If you heard that, that's the sound of someone getting to the sea. It is rather cold here. failing to annoy any fish here. I haven't annoyed any wrasse, if there's any hiding in the seaweed, into taking the lure. Yeah. I'll keep plugging away though. I've just got the permission from the landowner here that I can fish the river running through here, so I feel like I can go a little bit more, perhaps past that red boat, so out of the sea area, and see if it gets a bit less seaweedy. Yeah, I'll see what I can access. I think I just saw a baby jellyfish, or a very small jellyfish. Anyway, yeah, I'll head upstream a little, now I've got permission. See what I can see. What's behind me? Oh, it's Murray's tail. So I'm just a bit upstream now, and yeah, a bit more rivery, boulders, etc. Still seaweed in here though. I feel depth-wise we've only got about a foot of water. It needs to be at least a couple of feet deeper, either with rainfall or I guess this is, yeah, looking at the shore, this must be partly tidal. So it needs high tide and some more rain. There's been no rain for ages. So it looks a bit unfishable at the moment, but I'm slightly tempted to get some sort of floating lure on through some of that water there. You never know, there might be something hiding behind some of these rocks. Yeah, I might give that a quick go. Okay, so now I'm on this really, really shallow bit of river slash estuary. I've swapped out to using a small shallow diving slash floating, oh, it's going to get Murray. What's it called? A funk bug. I've swapped out the treble for a single hook at the back. I think when you stop retrieving, that floats to the top, then you can retrieve and it goes down a little bit, and you just do that. So that way I'll just take it past some rocks. Yeah, these rocks out here, and yeah, past those rocks and see if it draws anything out from behind them. Yeah, fingers crossed. Funny little lure this. It wobbles. Probably the most shallow water I've ever lured fished in. Yeah, if this was a stream back home, I'd be free lining some lunch and meat in there. But it's really peculiar. Basically, it looks like a river, but it's got seaweed in it. It must be quite salty or very brackish. running this little guy, whoop, there he is, through the water at sort of just at most, I think he probably dives to 30 centimetres, but I'm just letting him float up again. Yeah, see if it draws out anything from behind these rocks. It's so eerily quiet as well, I say as a truck goes by. The tide is coming in. So this bit of river will definitely get deeper. It is affected by the tide. Makes sense. I'm only half a mile from the sea. Just gone upstream a little bit further, a lovely bit of river here actually. Sorry, the camera's a bit wonky. Up on some rocks, about 4 feet above the surface. As I said earlier, the tide's coming in. Apologies, doggy coming through. You come round, Murray, come round. Alright, you can't pull, can't pull a poodle. Just encourage. Good boy. Yeah, lovely bit of river here, and as I was on the rocks above the water, I could see a couple of small fish, don't know, 5 or 6 inches long, darting through the weed, probably as they saw me looming above them like a giant heron. So I'm just going to cast out into where I saw them, see if I have any luck. Funk bug lure has a rattle inside it, some sort of little ball bearing, so as it goes through the water it's sending out vibrations which would probably imitate a dying fish or something like that. Reel's made by Shimano. I know it is their bottom of the range. It's the FX 2500 little one. The bail arm never flips, well, rarely flips over properly. It's a shame. I feel like a good reel company, all their reels should be good. But I suppose when they cost 20 quid, compared to, I don't know what their top of the range would be, several £100, then I suppose you miss out on bail arm properly working. Just give it a few more casts here and then call it a day. It's stunningly beautiful. I know the tide will come in a little bit more. And it was encouraging to see those fish. But I just don't think I'm going to get any luck today. But tiny fish like that, I don't know, my gut instinct is to chuck in a small hook with some bait on, just see if they're interested, you know, I don't know, a bit of bacon or sweet corn or something, see if they go for it. this kind of lure fishing with something like this is really asking for 6-7 inch long fish and above. Anyway, a couple more casts, let's see. Another good thing with replacing the trebles that you get as standard on these lures, 3-pronged hooks with a single circle hook, is as well as it's less harmful to the fish and there's easier unhooking, you can also evidently pass them through weed with a lot less chance of them getting caught on the weed, because I really, given there is so much seaweed here, I've pulled in the odd bit, but I just haven't got caught in it like you do when you've got a treble on there. So yeah, handy tip. Anyway, hopefully you see me. I think I'll call it a day now. That was a really interesting session, running along the coast here and then up the river a little way. Yeah, it was fun. It was good to see fish as well from above. Yeah, still seeing the odd really tiny one. Too small to catch. But yeah, do please remember to like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you soon. Okay, a slight addendum to my video. I did notice the tide had come up where I was fishing, but I didn't realise I was standing on, this is basically an island behind me. I'm now cut off. I need to get over there, so I have to take my boots off and wade through this river. Yay! Oh well, yeah, I don't think there's any other way out of this. Okay, I got to the other side. Boots off. Yeah, actually, well, it was really shallow, a couple of feet. While I was wading through, there were loads of tiny fish sort of swimming away from my feet. It was cool. Yeah, anyway, I think I'm back safely now. Yes, I can see a path over there. Phew.